Hello and welcome into another edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. Uh, my name is Kevin Hickson. I'm your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI. And I'm so grateful to be joining you on this Monday afternoon, roughly a day after the Arizona State women's basketball program got selected to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 7 years. Um, they will be the 10 seed in one of the Sacramento regionals. Obviously, a first four teams, so they will have to play their way into the 68 team field, but they get selected nonetheless, and it's a monumental moment for the Molly Miller era. As for Arizona State football, spring practices are right around the corner, and I will provide uh, updates surrounding that as well as the ultimate um just general details regarding the spring practices availability with players and coaches, all of that. That will be revealed in time. And as for the baseball program, Willie Bloomquist has his team rolling once again after a weekend of struggles a couple of weeks ago. They are now ranked 24th in the nation after they took down the TCU Horned Frogs in two of three games over the weekend. And it looks like this team could be different. We'll see what happens. They did have a stretch of a couple of rough games against some SEC competition, but this offense is very, very good. The pitching has been much better than expected, and that usually bodes well for its team that is looking to do more. So we'll stay tuned with that over the next couple of months. Until then, like I said, stay tuned. So the meat of today's episode is going to be associated with the uh, Arizona State spending report for the men's basketball program. So it got revealed through a third party source that Arizona State was 50th in Division One amongst programs that they get measured for general program expenses. Just to clarify, this is not related to NIL or revenue sharing or anything, and this is from the 2024-25 season from that fiscal year. So we don't know what the spending in regards to program operations over the last season was. But they are 50th in Division One in this report, 10th among the Big 12 programs, and one would think that they would be higher up the list, especially knowing that season there was a lot of financial contribution that was on the table in terms of NIL dollars. We all know Jaden Quaintance and Joseph Sannon got a hefty payday to come to Tempe. We know there were a bunch of transfers that came in that probably had a solid price tag. So what went wrong that season? A lot of things, but one would think that the operating expenses would go up when there's less emphasis on roster building and more on player development and recruiting high school players and facilities and all that. We'll see what comes out in the next year, but I still, regardless of what number comes out next year, I'm still encouraged in the direction that the Arizona State men's basketball program is going under athletic director Graham Rossini. I think they will make a quality hire to be the next head coach to replace Bobby Hurley. Um, Obviously, Josh Schertz is out of the picture. Jared Calhoun. Um, we'll see what happens there, but I think that Cincinnati's probably a likely landing spot for him. I think Randy Bennett or Eric Olin would be phenomenal additions to the Arizona State family. I really do. And I think that either one or the other of them has the ability to tap into excitement from the fan base. I mean, Bobby Hurley did a great job of doing that the first few years, and then COVID stunted the growth. And I just think that fresh voice, fresh face is needed. And I think either of them would do a great job at connecting with the fan base, with boosters, with alumni. Possibly, is there a possibility that there could be negotiations for more spending on the program at large? I mean, the $100 million commitment to Desert Financial Arena is a strong first step and an indication that there is willingness to go the extra mile. But until it actually happens, there will be questions and might be a while before we get answers. But I'm leaning towards the belief that we will get more answers when the new head coach is officially signed, when there's a press conference and Rossini answers questions. Um, how does operating expense of the program ultimately connect to NIL? So, I mean, NIL is the most important recruiting tool in today's landscape. But at the end of the day, if you're a program that obviously puts resources and time and effort into upgrading facilities, to making travel seamless and comfortable, to getting the best equipment in the game, to Tempe, to all that stuff definitely matters. And being 50th isn't as low as one may have thought initially, but it's not high enough to be a consistent contender in the world of college athletics. It's not the end all be all though, because Indiana, a team that I think won 17 or 18 games last year, was number one in program expenses by far. It was by $10 million or more. So there's still a ways to go for Arizona State. It's still not the end of the world for them. I have the utmost faith in Graham Rossini to make the right hire, to put the resources in the right places that they need to go. And um, the basketball program's in a good spot still, I think. I think if they hire the right coach, they will get a lot of key players to stay. I think they probably will get a bunch of players that played for the new coach previously at the previous destination to follow. Um, I think the renovation starting in May is a giant springboard for the program, a benchmark, and we'll see what happens over the next few weeks. Until then, that's really all I have. Thank you so much for tuning into another edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider podcast, and I will see you with another episode discussing a major athletic event tomorrow. Thank you so much.